So I'm in the newest community just outside of Wellington. It's called Whitmore Estates. Over there is Amara. This is a brand new section they're building out, a very high end.
I'm glad you checked us out this week. This is a very timely video. There is a section of Palm Beach in central Palm Beach that has two very high-end, very unique pieces of property, two new communities with large pieces of property. These are things that people are asking for regularly, and we're going to cover it this week. Stick around. We're going to cover some of the biggest homes you'll see in the entire area here in Palm Beach, Florida.
But we're starting here at 1.2. The homes there, this is the builder's Lennar, but these are not really the homes you've come to learn from Lennar. They have brand new models. It's such early stages that the best deals literally in this community are right now. My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Luxury Homes, and welcome to Whitmore Estates. These eventually are going to be their decorated models. This is in the lower collection. It's called the Kensington collection, but they start at 1.2 million. Back there is the Oxford collection. They're selling more back there right now, and they're more money. Go figure. The draw to this community is going to be two factors: big houses and lots of land. All the time we have people coming from the north. They're saying, "I want some land." In Florida, it is really hard to get a lot of land. Here, you have places in this collection here, you can go up to a quarter acre. In the back, it's up to a half acre. There's some stuff in the back there, like 3-acre parcels that they haven't divvied up yet. So we're super early in the stage of this. So for all we know, you might see acre lots in this community at some point. The average feature here is going to be higher than every place else. Like when you go to a builder and you want to stub out, it's a natural gas community. That's another big thing about it. When you go into a builder and you want to stub out the natural gas into the backyard, usually there's an upcharge. Here, there's not. All their features are standard. Not all of them, but most of them are standard that you would get in other communities. So I just was back there. We'll talk about it a little bit later. The entrance on this home is going to be ridiculous. Look at the height of those ceilings. Look at the overlook from the second floor. This home is a killer. I was in their largest model, and literally right now you can buy that at 2.2 million. That is a steal. That's over a 6,600 square foot home. Price per square foot is ridiculous. It's in such raw shape right now. It's hard to tell. But they have a wine room in there. They have a theater room. They have all these things that you wouldn't think of. The one con to this community would probably be is that the amenities is not going to be an amenity-rich community. So if amenities are your thing, this might not be the community. But if you want a big house in a good location, and this is a great location, this is a community I would consider. So where is Whitmore Estates?
So here is a map of Florida. As you can see, we're looking at the southeast part of Florida. We're literally about an hour and a half north of Miami. Location-wise, we're great. 2.5 hours north, we have Orlando. We can easily get to the Keys a couple of hours to the Key Largo. So great location. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more and show you how central to Palm Beach this is. Palm Beach is Jupiter to Boca. This is almost a little bit more south, but almost right in the middle. If I go to the terrain map on this, you can see it shows as if it's nothing there, because there isn't. They're just getting started here. This is a part of the road of Route 441, State Road 7, which is this road coming here north and south. It makes it so easy you can get to Wellington Green Mall in like 10 minutes. You can get to Boca in like 15 minutes, Boca Raton, Florida. So you have an escape route to everything. As you can see, the Florida Turnpike is right here. So you're pretty close to the Florida Turnpike, and 95 is a little bit east of that. Just to the west of all this is farmland. Heritage Farm is out here. Um, all this to the west of you is just like ranch, as you can see, horse ranch and rescue. So you're in an area that's very remote, which we're going to be talking in this video about the sizes of the property a little bit later, if I haven't already. And you'll see why people are really finding this a premier community to look into. We're talking about also Amara, which is this community up here. So that's a Devasta community right here. This is a Lennar community. You can see Devastas all over the place these days. They have one. This is Greyhawk Landing, and if you go a little bit further north, they're in a place called Hendricks Reserve. We know these communities better than anybody. So we don't. And we talk about independent representation later. Um, we can tell you what's a good fit based upon what your objectives are. You tell us what's the best fit for your family. What's better for you, Amara or Whitmore Estates? After we speak, I can give you an idea as to what the way you should lean is from what I'm thinking. But as you can see, we are in central. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We are in central Palm Beach. We are close to, if you want to go to like downtown West Palm Beach, it's really not that far of a ride. Let me tell you why that's important. Downtown West Palm Beach is like the central of everything here in this area. Like in the holiday season, Christmas season, we have City Place and downtown Sandy the Sandtree. They have big festive events there. Generally speaking, a lot of the big events happen there. Clematis at night. So you want to be sort of close to that. West Palm Beach is a big city. It's over 100,000 people that live there, and you're close to it. It's the cultural center of our area. It's not like Miami, not like New York City, but for this area, it is. You have the Kravitz Center, which is all the theater and the plays, high-end plays. I love going to them. They have there musicals, ballet, all kinds of shows they have in that area. City Place is one of the central parts. They have a big fountain there in the middle. It's where it's the central part of it's not really considered downtown because the Clematis is, but it technically is. Lots of condos in that area. So if you're a person that wants to be in a walkable area and you want to have a condo, and if you want to be if you're an investor and you want to rent, buy that and rent that out, that's a good area. But you're close to all that when it comes to being in Whitmore Estates in central Palm Beach County. I've got to also show you this. This is one of the most important websites. If you're looking in Palm Beach for real estate, or South Florida, even the Port St. Lucie area, Miami area, Broward, Fort Lauderdale, this is the best website you're going to want to know. This is livinginpalmbeachfl.com. And the resources here are immense. If you want to look at all new construction in this area, you click on this tab right there. If you want to look at a home search like for resales, you can look here or you can look here. There's an advanced search feature up there. The advanced search feature, if you want to like dig in really deep with it, you have very specific needs, you look there. This will be a good search if you want to generally look in an area. If you live in the area and you want to sell your home, we have builders asking us to list their home on MLS. That's how good our marketing strategy is. We are part of EXP Luxury, soon to be part of EXP Sports and Entertainment. We have some strong connections. We are one of the top solo agent teams in all of EXP around the world. So we have access to resources that none other do. Last but not least, on this website, I've got to tell you, this is the Communities tab. This is really good especially if you don't live nearby and you want to learn about the different areas. As an example, if you click on there and you want to know, hey, what does Boca Raton have going for it? You click on Boca Raton. It'll give you an idea of what to expect with Boca Raton. It'll give you like one of our videos on is Boca Raton worth it? There's a conclusion. it'll give you some of the data, like the median sales price. This is higher, actually. The median sales price in Boca is higher than the rest of Palm Beach. Palm Beach, it's about 615,000, 620,000. I'll go there in a minute. But here it's obviously twice. It's a more expensive area. Average price per square foot, and you could do this with any area. I'm going to go back to the community tab. Our biggest community, our most active area this year and last is Avenir. You can click on the Avenir tab and it'll go through there. You can set up and get Avenir alerts as an example. Again, this gives you all that good stuff. So since I brought up prices, I want to show you what prices have done in Palm Beach really quickly in recent years. For the people who are telling you that prices are going down in a area, they're not here in Palm Beach. This is a chart of single family homes in Palm Beach County since January of 2020. The story is this. You know the story of COVID. We went from, roughly 300, and I'm going to say that's about 365 in January. We went up to about, almost 600 in a very short period of time, within a couple of years. And we've been sort of hanging out there now. Our average price is about 618,000. That's what the difference. 618,000 right now for a single family home in Palm Beach. The areas I cover, you say, Ray, you're always talking about these areas that have much more money, because we cover luxury homes. Do we cover other areas? Yes, we do. Reach out to our team if just because we don't have a community that we're covering or is not a price point, we can help you. More on that. The builders also are not going to tell you about the resale market. We can help you with the resales and the new construction. We're unbiased in that regard. We want to help. We want to do what's best for you. We'll get paid either way. It's our job to do the best job for you. Whether it's the different builders, we know the new construction communities better than anybody. We can compare them all for you. Or whether it's resale, things that the builders can't do, we have your back when it comes to living here in Palm Beach, Florida. Now for a quick break for a message I say in almost every video. 19 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find an honor to help people, perhaps like you, do the exact same thing. So if you're thinking about moving to this area we call sunny South Florida, and you want to ask questions from people who've actually done it before, well, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. For literally two of the best ways is in the description in the comment section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is that'll set up some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whichever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida.
In a couple of months, these models will be complete. And once people are able to see it, they'll sell better. They're pre-selling right now. Reach out to us. You know independent representation works, right? Reach out to us and we'll get you an appointment here and give you, and the builder treat us very well. So if you walk into the sales center on your own, you're absolutely crazy. I'm going to say this right now. There's no discount for not using us, but we need to be there on your very first visit. That's how the builders work. There's no lower price for not using us. The builder pays us, you don't. It's zero out of your pocket, and we'll be there from the beginning to end when it comes to your new construction journey here in Palm Beach, Florida. So for the people who are looking for low HOAs too, homeowners association fees, this is a great community for that too, because they do have some amenities. They have cabanas and they have focal points where people will meet. But because it's sort of not really elaborate, it's 400 and I have it here. It starts at 405. Once that clubhouse is complete, it'll be $445 per month. So I'm going to come back to this community again one day soon. I wanted to get this community on your radar because I don't want you to miss out on such a great deal. There's no doubt they've already raised prices once. They opened 2 months ago, but really quietly. No one knew about it. They started selling a little bit, but like from here till the next couple of months are going to definitely be the best prices. But once the models open, that's another place where they'll raise prices. This community will get attention. Right now, absolutely no one knows about this community. So the other thing about this community is that all the bathrooms will be en suite. So that's another thing. Well, you look at things like that. So listen, we are here living in Palm Beach, Florida. We are one of the top relocation teams in all of South Florida. We help people like you relocating to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida. I look at what you guys are asking for, and en suites, meaning that the bathroom is inside the bedroom, is off the bedroom. You have your own private bath. That's something you guys are looking for. Now, when you don't see it, it's because the builder's cutting corners. So this is such a high-end community that there's no cutting corners. The typical way this builder works is they just build spec houses, and they just start building, and you get to you get what they choose for you. They're not doing that with this community. You have 3 different kinds of homes you could buy. One is the spec houses. If you want to get a really good deal on a house that's going to be ready in a few months, you could do that here at Whitmore Estates. You could also do something that's going to be ready in a little bit more, like within 6 months, and have some ability to make some selections. And you can also build from, as we call, dirt, and you can pick pretty much everything. But if you do pick from dirt, there are certain lots, like this model might be might not go on every single lot. It won't go on every single lot. So you have to pick the lot to have. So there is some regiment where you have to be picking what they want, but your features on your home, you have complete latitude to do what you want. The funny thing they told me about this too is there's only 3 pages of options. So, and I asked, why is that? He said, you can choose what you want. Why is there only 3 pages? Well, he tells me that the reason for that is that because as I was saying, the upgrades are so significant, there's not much more to upgrade. You have pretty much everything they can give you. That big house that you're going to see later is they've got this dramatic entrance. It's in raw form, but you can get a feel for what it looks like. But even here, look at the ceilings here. These are things that high-end builders do. So what's included in the HOA? Let's talk about the amenities, but they're taking care of your front and back of your lawn. For that 400 and when all is said and done, 445, that's pretty good. Security in the front. You're going to have a virtual gate there, not a manned gate. Maybe down the line, the residential change that and make it a manned gate, but it's a virtual gate, front and back. You're going to have irrigation that's going to be run by the lakes. It's going to be coming off the lakes, which is a big deal. If your irrigation is city water, you will get a bill of hundreds of dollars for your water bill. So if you want to have questions, if you have questions on that, reach out to us. We'd love to explain what that all means. But anyways, for community, high end, low HOA, this is a good community. This community reminds me of Bridgewater up in Jupiter, the Boston community, Bridgewater. It's the same type of environment. In fact, that community has no clubhouse whatsoever. When you get to these bigger clubhouses, these bigger communities with bigger land, in general, they find that people don't necessarily want those amenities. Okay, a couple of things about the features of the house. The low end for appliances is GE Monogram. So General Electric, GE, they have profile. They have cafe, which is a little bit higher profile, and then higher than profile. And then you have above that is Monogram. That is the top level at GE. Then they also have Wolf and Sub-Zero. So you have that going for you. I mentioned it's a gas. Soft close. You know you do your soft close on the drawers. They have it here, but not just that. They have adjustable soft close, so you can adjust how fast it closes. Can you believe that? The second floors are all concrete. There's no wood up there. In between the homes, the floors, there's something called Gyp Creek. That stands for like gypsum and concrete. So it's solid flooring in between the two floors. So they're not cutting corners in this community. This is in the back section. This is the best of this community. The biggest homes. Homes here will go up to 6,600 square feet. Back here, I don't think you can see it, super private. And these are going to be in this area. This is going to be the hottest section. These homes, as you can tell, I mean, they're still bare basic. The models are not going to open until February next year. So you got a couple months before that opens. But because of the amount of land, like you can get up to a half acre on some of these properties. And because of the size of the homes, I feel this is very high end and going to sell really well. Look at the area there. That's a lot of space.
The cabinets are going to start all over here and wrap all the way around. The sliders 10-foot, ceilings 12-foot, tray ceilings bring it to 13 feet. But all these windows up in this corner is actually gorgeous. You have a club room. Club room is like your bonus stage, formal living. Some people call it for man cave, but obviously for anybody. So one of my customers doing a custom library in here. I have another one that's like, for the sport games, bar, whiskey kind of room. Then this is going to be, we're doing morning kitchens only in this section. So like another set of cabinets and countertops with a second refrigerator, kind of like a beverage fridge, and you can keep your appliances over here.
Very nice. Where would you put a theater down here, you think?
So the 2 stories will have the theater rooms up there, upstairs. Okay. Lofts plus theaters.
Okay.
The 1 story, we did the club room.
Okay, I see. This is a 1 story. Okay.
Yeah.
They have the sliders on both sides. 4 panels there and 4 panels there.
Has outdoor cabana bath. Powder room outside.
This is a half acre?
Yeah, we could walk back there again, because when you start from the back and look back at the home, you could really feel out the space and show the half acre.
So I'm in the Vanderbilt model, and look at the size of this shower. I mean, it's gigantic. 3, so not just a his and her closet. They have 3 closets here. So, and believe it or not, this is not even the biggest house in the community. So this is a super deep lot. Alex, 95 feet wide, you said?
Yes, sir.
95 feet wide. 100, I'm walking down to the lot line. This is the lot line. This goes to the lake. That's going to be common area. From here to the house is 110 feet. Once it fills in, like we were talking about this, once it fills in, you put a pool in, it's going to look even larger. So this is going to be a very sought after part of this community. So of the homes they've sold so far, they've sold more of these. This is the Oxford collection, the higher collection, and it's in the back. It feels like you're so far away from Route 441, State Road 7. So of the homes, like 80% of their sales are here. So that just goes to show you, once they get in this community and they see what the beauty of the larger collection, the Oxford collection, this is what they want. Still doing the dirt walk. This is the Churchill. This is their largest home, 6,600 square feet. You do not see this in Palm Beach all that often. The only other community I know of that has a 6,000 square foot community is up in Avenir called Coral Isles, but they're like $2 to $3 million. So there's more money up there. This is still obviously in a little bit of rough shape, but it's enough for us to walk the property. Have a look.
But imagine doing like a chandelier over your dining room table, one of those helicopter fans right above you at the family room, seeing the exposed stair rail as you do like glass or some of those nice stair rails.
The entrance on this home is going to be ridiculous. Look at the height of those ceilings. Look at the overlook from the second floor. This home is a killer.
Boca Raton, Wellington, Whitmore Estates, paradise here in South Florida.